Hi, my name is Ellie Rousseau, and I was a marketing intern at Stepstone Mortgage Company, which is located in Marblehead, Massachusetts. My supervisor was Elizabeth Kronberg, and she is Stepstone's marketing manager. So I am going to be a sophomore, so this was my first internship I've ever had. I was very nervous, but I was really excited to get started. So, oops. At the beginning of my internship, I was feeling a lot of different emotions. I was nervous, anxious, scared, but I was also really excited and ready to learn everything. I hadn't taken a marketing class before, so I had absolutely no idea what to expect, but I was given a pretty informal orientation. Elizabeth met me on the first day. We had kind of talked about what I had already learned in school, and she introduced me to the staff. I learned all about the company, its mission, what they were aiming for, and that way I knew how they were going to market their image, and I started working on that the first day actually. So it was a really informal and quick orientation. The company's really small, so I didn't spend too much time meeting them, and I wasn't going to work with them very closely, so I didn't need to get to know them too well. So my learning objectives were first to learn how to develop a marketing strategy, so that they had already had one, but Elizabeth was working on a new one because their old one wasn't really working so well. So I was learning how she was developing that and how I could help contribute to that, and then how they could effectively use it to their company and to market to a new demographic and a new age group. Also, I learned how to present effective articles in news because their Twitter and their Facebook didn't really have anything on it at all. So Elizabeth was learning from other people how to use Facebook and utilize it in a way to gain followers and gain insights into the mortgage market. And I was able to provide feedback because, I grew up in the technology age, so I knew how to use Facebook and Twitter, whereas she is from the baby boomer generation and didn't really know too much. Then the workplace atmosphere, I never had a job in an office type setting. I was always a camp counselor, so this is my first time being in a legitimate workplace environment. It's a really small company. There were only about 10 employees. It's a small business. It's very homogenous. It's mostly Caucasian, so people like me. So I wasn't really exposed to diversity. It was pretty much half and half, men and women. Everyone went to college. Some had graduates. Like there was a lawyer there who did all of the closings. The boss has a master's in some sort of business. Everyone grew up in New England, especially on the North Shore of Massachusetts. And some actually grew up in Marblehead, the town that Stepstone was located in. So that really helps them know their area and know who is living there, because it's a town where people grow up and then they usually move back there. So they know a lot of people actually that are buying houses, and then their children are buying houses. So it's a very, family run business. And there are people there who are in college. Their receptionist was in college. And then people all the way up into their mid 50s. So it's a very wide age range. I was the only intern. They have had one intern before me. So they hadn't really had too much experience with interns before. So that was really new for me and for them. They didn't really know what to expect, especially with me coming in with no marketing experience. I had to learn everything myself. I, had to speak to different employees, and I didn't know them too well, but they were helpful when it could be. And I'm typically a very shy person, so it took a lot for me to step out of that and ask them, hey, can I maybe take your picture to put on the website? Or can you maybe help me with this, because I'm not really sure how to do this. At first, I obviously, did some filing and some scanning, and I had no idea how to scan, and I had to ask the old receptionist, how do I do this? And it took a lot for me to learn, and I asked a lot of questions, but finally I got it down. And that applies with my supervisor, with my boss. I also had to make phone calls to other businesses to ask them if they would like to be put on our recommended profiles on the website. And I can actually show you that right now. Oops. So this is the website that I helped to design. It used to be really messy, but this was my task to complete, recommended professionals. So I had to call all these people, ask them for their numbers, ask them for their pictures, and so this is for people so they can have realtors on here, find insurance providers, and everything. So there's all these different ones here. And this was my job for the summer. And that took a lot for me to step outside of that. The workplace atmosphere, like I said, it's a small business. I did have my own desk, which was kind of nice, so I worked alone. I didn't have anyone bugging me. I didn't have any distractions. I was just me and my computer working. And the receptionist also had days off, so I worked then, which was only 2 days a week, but I still had my own computer. And then I also learned the ropes of working in an office-type setting. It was really laid back. I didn't have to wear professional attire. I did try to dress up nicer. I usually wore dresses or skirts, but typically most people just, wore jeans or in a nice shirt. It wasn't very business casual. I learned a lot, except I really do not see myself pursuing a career in this field. I think the mortgage business is frankly boring, but it did help me learn a lot about myself and kind of about what I want to do later on in life. So I don't do well in office type settings. I get too distracted from just being on my computer and being able to go on different websites, maybe go on Pinterest, that's my favorite one, or go on Facebook, because I was working on Facebook and Twitter, so sometimes I just wander off and get distracted. But I do like to work for myself, and I do like to have specific guidelines. So I did learn that. And about the industry, the mortgage business can be brutal. It's all based on day-to-day rates. They change daily, so you could have one good day and then have a completely bad day, and people in the office can get super, super tense. There's a ton of rules and regulations, lots of competition with banks, other mortgage companies, and there isn't a lot of freedom because you do have government rules that you have to follow. And that was not something that I liked. I like to be creative, have my own freedom, so I did not like that. I think beforehand I probably could have developed better skills. I had no idea coming in, so I probably could have asked around and figured out what I could have expected, because I had absolutely no idea. And it would have been better if I had done this internship maybe in the next year. But I still did learn a lot, and I feel like that what I did learn will apply to my classes that I will be taking this year. I also wish I could have broken out of my shell earlier, because I am shy, and it would have helped me a lot in getting stuff done on a better schedule. I have taken Accounting 201, Principles of Econ, and Stats for Decision Making. Those all helped, especially amortization, excuse me. I learned a lot about that in the mortgage business and just businesses in general. Financial accounting really helped me. Not necessarily the accounting part, but all the terms and key terms that I needed to know really did help me. Also, statistics helped, because I did have to help Elizabeth with her statistics. I could have done differently, probably had better researching skills. I never really have had good researching skills, so this has helped me. And interacted with employees more, and also done more research, because I can show you on the Twitter, we do only have 8 followers. But, and same with the mortgage company, we only have 30 likes, but hopefully Elizabeth is going to be working on that, and I probably could have done more research to figure out how to gain more followers and have more fun. You can always have more fun. And lastly, I had an awesome experience. I wouldn't trade it, although I don't see myself working in this industry. I do take away a lot from my internship, and I will be able to apply it to hopefully a future internship and my future job. I definitely do not want to be in the mortgage business, and marketing is not the glamorous thing that I thought it would be. I thought I was just going to be designing all these cool posters or whatever things online, but it's really a lot of research and statistics, which was not something that I personally like. So I'm going to try and stay away from that and explore other majors in the business school, and that has really helped me. So I really did enjoy my internship this summer, and thank you for listening.